What was Stephen the mouse doing in my toaster? He was looking for crumbs, I imagine. I'd put him a bowl of food out. He came out looking earlier on. Well, actually, I haven't slept, by the way, can you tell? At all, not one. Oh, actually, I did sleep. I'm lying. Early on, and then woke up. And then I've been awake since then with a headache. And filling up the internet for you with astral spaghetti. So he did literally. I put him a bowl of food out. I've been feeding him every day because since the pigeons have gone, because he crawled in there, didn't he, and then fell off. So I've been putting a bowl of food out, like only a little tiny bowl of food. And so I put some porridge oats and cream out because I got some cream yesterday to make scrambled egg. I don't know why, and it's porridge. And I came in last night and the fucking dog had jumped on. You know the end where the bird cage used to be on top of the washing machine, which is about 2 foot square. With that, she was up there, jumped up there, and this little tiny egg cup at the back, and she was eating it. So I moved it out of the way and hid it behind something else. And then we came up to bed, and she went downstairs and pulled the whole lot down and finished off his fucking tea. She'd had her own dinner. I know I'm going to have to swear about this. It was so naughty. And then I went down because I'd woken up, and he jumped out of the toaster. It was like brilliant. He'd clearly been eating crumbs in it, but so I put him some more food down the back of the toaster. In a bowl behind the toaster, not just down the back of the toaster. How lucky that I will just tip it up. So it hasn't got a tray up at the bottom of this toaster. I think I'll just tip it upside down and bang it probably so all the crumbs fall out. And then I could probably just set it going without anything in it, just to burn off any residue mouse hair or whatever. Oh, God's sake. So I need a cat. All the other mice seems to have gone. I managed to clear the others out, but he seems to have stayed for now. I'll send him off soon. With a flea in his ear, probably. Oh. That's it, really. It's not worth uploading this, is it? No. I've spoken it onto the lime tree. I just thought I'd try and have a little sleep before I have to get up. Art thou heathen? Art thou a heathen? Who art thou, heathen? Lord, what's it called again? I've forgotten. Dogba. Is it dog? It sounds like... No, is it? Dagba, is it? Sounds like easily could be Dada, couldn't it? Like children when they say their first words. Dagba. Father. Art Dagba. Lord Dagba. Art thou a heathen? Probably was. Most fathers, as it were. Is it really? I know the Picts had cats, didn't they? They were cattish. They were cattish because Caithness is cat people. Land of the cat people, Caithness in Scotland. So I think they were the wildcats, weren't they? The Scottish wildcats. But I did wonder before, because the Pictish folk and all that wrote in hieroglyphic type lettering, didn't they? Which I suppose most people would have done back then. that folk would have travelled. Surely, sure as shit is brown. Snow is white, and Alba's the land of snow. I've read told before, didn't I, about the straight roads in in Scotland, because all the Romans built Roman roads. The Romans built straight roads. And when driving down one of them once, and I was going, well, it's not been built by a Roman. I thought, oh, the Romans built straight roads, and they went everywhere, didn't they? Roaming all over the place. I mean, Jesus Christ, if they went to Cumbria, I'm sure they could have fucking gone another couple of miles up the road to Scotland and done a road to the end. I can't imagine them just giving up after doing Hard Not Pass. I can't see it happening. Not really. But, I could be wrong. Completely. Just dropping some things off. I've forgotten who called it Alba. Was that Greeks? I looked into it once before. The Thraki, probably. Don't travel over water. Whoever they were, the horse people. They sound a bit Greek to me. Egyptian. I would have been on camels, surely. They got some horses on the way. That's probably true, actually. Could have been true. Who is she with coinless purse? Who pens all this ungodly verse? I was under Google pencil case yesterday because I told him something and he goes, "You're a pencil case." It's like, well, it's true. It was quite funny. He says things like that. Which one's that? You know who? Daft one. Dark Lord. The Dark Prince. He's about as dark as what? I know. He used to get called Dark Prince though. He was tiny. Because, I tell you why, my daughter took him for a walk once. He was a horrible screaming child when he was a baby. And he was. All he did was scratch and bite and throw washing around and just, a tempestuous being. He was adorable, but quite a fiery soul. I always say it's because he's 4 stone. But, and my daughter took him for a walk once, he was about 2, and she came back and said he walked like a prince. He fucking would, wouldn't he? When I took him out, when I take him anyway, he tries to tell me he's a cat, has to crawl. So forever I'm the Prince of Darkness, crowned by the pair of us. He's not really as dark anymore. His shadow self seems to have dissipated. He's just grown into the sun. He was always meant to be. Ugh. God, my head. Try being somebody who has a lot of things to think about. I don't think I could do it. Hey, I'll tell you what. I don't know if it's that interesting, actually. Actually, no, it was to do with that. It was one of those things I was watching earlier on about how they would eat, say, wise people, because, or what was it, the salmon? It was the salmon, wasn't it? Because they gained the knowledge of the salmon, or the wisdom of the thing that they ate. and how some people grind up bones and feed them to other people in secret of these old, what are they? Heretics or whatever. Fairly intelligent people, but you know what? And then they eat embryos of babies with no brains at all. Maybe that's why their heads shrink. Because it's supposed to do something. Oh no, it's just another way of looking at it, isn't it? Maybe that's why my head's so big. I've got all the knowledge of my forefathers. Could be true. I don't know what hat size I am, probably 7.5. I can't remember what sizes they are anymore. I was wrong about I forgot about the other months though when I wrote that rhyme about what was it? What did I write? God, I can't remember. That was triggered by something as well. Be still, my what? Dim. I've forgotten the word. Not embolic. What was it? What was the word? So I was thinking of unresponsive, but that's not the word I used. Heart. Be still, my dim, encumbered heart. That's right. Be still, my dim, encumbered heart. March is Mars and Salmon Clark. Mars is war. Fisher wives. Gutting tanks. I mean, I was thinking of beating drives because he beats out your salmon drives, don't you? But I just wrote whatever it was. But fish blood wars. That means something to some people. It's just fish blood. They're just spilling fish blood. But this has just come again because I was looking at Janus's. What's Janus? God of doorways. Roman god of doorways. And then I had to look what February was, and this was interesting as well. Mildly interesting, anyway. I forgot what it comes from. Some Latin or Roman word again. The feast, what was it? Like a fasting, like a cleansing festival. Which I said to my son, because he happened to pop in, was interesting because we think of January as being like the time for seasonal cleansing when it should be February. And then Mars is from March. And then I forgot to look at the others. I can't remember what April is. I thought May. June is Juno from the Queen of the Gods. I forgot what July is. I didn't know all these when I was at school. July, August is what? Augustus? I forgot what he does. I can't remember what September is as well. Sept is probably Septus. What was October? Should I go and write them all down? That would keep me quiet for 5 minutes, wouldn't it? November's for Novocaine. December is 10. Oh, that was the other thing as well. May. I've forgotten. Did I say May was the first month of the Roman year? They did only have 10 months, didn't they? Did they only have 10 months of Romans? I've forgotten. I just know what. School was a long time ago. A long time ago. Deck is 10, isn't it? I'm probably getting this wrong. Probably have got it completely wrong. Interesting line of discovery to take myself down there for this week. So I've been doing all the doorway things. I know, but you said it already. What am I going to do for February? I don't know, but I did think earlier on after the Mars thing, it's like, well, I suppose you're cleansing yourself in February, ready for the war of March. Marching into the new year, which is May or whenever it is. April. War of what? Spring, probably. The War of May, of Beltane. The belting. The belting what? Belting rain, probably. A lot of those things came from the 60s, didn't they? I've forgotten what. Or didn't they? Change it. Maiden crones. And what? Withered kings. They're the songs my heart still sings. Burning logs, a flying axe, boots of fur, vest of flax. Say feathered quim. Say what? Quiver bow. And that's later on. We're still crafting tools to file the prong. Arrowheads, naps and flint. Now let's go on to because we're all skint. Shoe. But the druids still their capes. I'll have lots of fiery japes. Things move on, thank goodness, though. I hate to think of blooded snow. You'd hate to. That picture warms your heart. The red on white. Work of art. Fresh skinned buck. High in the shed. Hunks of meat. Fresh baked bread. There we go. That's another one. That'll do. I'm definitely going to go now.